Pat and Bill return to Arizona in order to track down witnesses to the other multiple sightings on the night of March 13, 1997. They are on the trail of an alleged second object seen on the same night. Witnesses report a boomerang-shaped craft flying over the state of Arizona between 8 and 10 p.m. Because there are no known photographs or video of this alleged massive craft, UFO Hunters has enlisted the help of John Bavaresco, a sketch artist and computer graphic expert. Based on multiple eyewitness testimonies, John will create a composite image of what was in the skies over Arizona that night. 8:13 p.m., March 13, 1997. Dana Valentine is sitting on the back porch of his father's house when he sees 5 lights in a V formation approach.
I watched a little longer and came by about 10 minutes, and I figured these should have been on top of me by now.
Intrigued, Dana brings his father outside to watch the lights with him.
We couldn't tell if it was 5 units or one huge one, but as it got closer, we believed that it was starting to be one big one because it was just huge.
So it didn't look like it did have a body shape to it?
It definitely was one big object to me.
How big would you say that it was?
If I had to go from the left light to the right light, I'd have to say probably close to a mile.
John takes the visual details and puts the information into the CGI program. He shows the image to Dana.
Okay, what I've done here is an animation of a direct overhead shot, basically on how you witnessed it as it passed over.
The lights look good, the size is right, that's definitely what I saw.
Dana's description of the V formation is consistent with other witness testimony. A mile from tip to tip, 5 large lights, and completely noiseless in flight. Bill, James, and John meet with another witness, Terry Mansfield, who claims to have observed a boomerang-shaped craft.
All of a sudden, one of my volunteers pointed straight up and said, "Oh my gosh, what's that?" And we all looked straight up. First thing I noticed was there were no more stars. I couldn't see the stars anymore in the sky. And it appeared as if there were a black, shimmery, satiny piece of material right over my head.
Terry seems to see details that few others report. The craft seems to shimmer in the night sky.
It was so big, I could not see the front, the back, side to side of this craft.
Was it so large that it spanned from horizon to horizon then?
Where I was standing, I could not see the edges of this, whatever it was that was flying overhead.
You said you saw a surface on the bottom of this craft, and it was kind of shimmering.
Really, it was as if there was a soft ripple of an undulation. It was very fluid. I felt like I could reach up and touch it.
Terry's past experience makes her a knowledgeable witness when it comes to aircraft.
Having been in the Air Force with my husband for 22 years, and my father-in-law is an Air Force pilot for 26 years, we've seen jets, we've seen planes, we've seen helicopters, we've seen all kinds of military aircraft.
Well, I think I've got something here that could represent what Terry saw. See if this works out.
You've got the undulation just right. Yeah. You've got the, we've got blacks, silvers, a little bit of grays. It looks very fluid. Very, very similar to what I saw. Is, you know, right. It's just because the whole screen is covered with what I saw that night, which is, that's exactly.
That thing's just enormous.
One of the most powerful forms of evidence is corroborating witness testimony from people who don't know each other, never heard of each other. So what this does for the case is it adds another mosaic tile to a much larger picture